Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, October 13th, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, employment numbers remained strong last month. A Morrison man reaches a plea deal on a murder charge. A Tullahoma pedestrian was struck and killed crossing Jackson Street Friday night. We take you to Saturday's zombie run in Tullahoma, and we'll speak with Tullahoma head coach John Olive and Shelbyville coach Jason Hardy about their team's performance last Friday night. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Another summer has come and gone, but you can always surf StanMcNabb.com. With over 500 new and used vehicles to choose from, you can shop, apply for credit, value your trade-in, or schedule your service, all from your couch.
So, couch surfing?
I like to call it get the best deal surfing.
Whether it's 100 degrees or 25, you can surf StanMcNabb.com for the best deals in Middle Tennessee.
Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, all the GM brands in one location.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home, our family caring for your family since 1932.
Time to get fit, Tullahoma, and register for the 3rd annual Bobcat Panther 5K and Family Fun Run and Walk, Saturday, October 24th at Fraser McEwen Park. Register by calling either school or by going to tullahomatn.gov today. You'll be proud to know you're supporting the Tullahoma Middle School's PTO. Calling all alumni. Help your school take the trophy this year by signing up today for the 3rd annual Bobcat Panther 5K.
Welcome back. Tennessee Labor and Workforce Development Commissioner Burns Phillips says the Tennessee preliminary unemployment rate for September was 5.7%, unchanged from the August revised rate. The U.S. preliminary rate for September was 5.1%, also unchanged from the prior month. This is the 4th consecutive month that the unemployment rate has stood at 5.7%. Over the past year, Tennessee's unemployment rate has decreased from 6.6% to 5.7%, while the national rate declined from 5.9% to 5.1%. The number of unemployed persons in the state is the lowest since February 2008. Total non-farm employment increased 1,900 jobs from August to September. The largest increases occurred in state government, educational services, and professional business services. Over the year, non-farm employment has increased by 46,700 jobs.
A Morrison man has struck a plea deal avoiding a lengthy prison term for the murder of a 58-year-old woman. Jimmy Byron Jones Jr. pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in connection with the March 2013 shooting death of Connie Lou Brown. Jones was initially charged with first-degree murder following his arrest. Prosecutors say Jones shot Brown in the chest and dumped her body at an abandoned rock quarry in the Summitville community. Jones set the body on fire to cover evidence of the crime. The body was found by a group of ATV riders. Authorities say Jones was wearing a GPS tracking device required by an unrelated prior criminal conviction that indicated he was in the area at the time of Brown's murder. He was sentenced to an 18-year prison term in Coffee County Circuit Court last week. Prosecutors say the victim's family agreed to the reduced charge. Jones is a registered sex offender resulting from a rape conviction in 1998.
A 49-year-old Tullahoma man was struck and killed Friday night as he attempted to walk across North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. Jeffrey Eddy was struck by 3 different vehicles around 7:30 p.m. A 22-year-old woman from Tullahoma was the driver of the first vehicle to strike Mr. Eddy. Police reports indicate the woman was traveling north on North Jackson Street and struck Eddy when she entered the turn lane. She told police she did not see the man. She was charged with failure to provide proof of insurance. The other 2 drivers were not charged.
Motlow College is hosting the exhibit The World of Minerals inside the Clayton Glass Library on the Moore County campus. The exhibit is presented by Richard Gross, a retired Motlow professor. While the minerals were gathered from all over the United States, many come from Tennessee. Gross said, quote, "The Elmwood Mine in Carthage and the Cumberland Mine in Gordonsville are the premier mineral specimen mines in Tennessee. A mineral is a naturally occurring solid inorganic substance that has a set chemical formula and an ordered atomic structure. It is different from a rock, which can be an aggregate of minerals and does not have a specific chemical composition," end quote. The exhibit also includes geodes, which appear as plain rocks on the outside, but contain crystals on the inside. Gross taught college for 39 years, including 26 at Motlow and 13 at Palm Beach Junior College. At Motlow, he taught biology, honors biology, microbiology, environmental science, geology, and photography. He was also responsible for the development of the geology course and credit photography courses at Motlow. Gross received various awards for his work as a teacher, including the Outstanding Conservation Educator Award from the Audubon Society of the Everglades, the Motlow College Development Council Teaching Excellence Award, and the National Teaching Excellence Award from the University of Texas.
Stay with us. More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after this.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester is your home for both new and pre-owned trucks. We have a huge selection of over 200 trucks to choose from. Check us out on the web at russellbarnett.com and view our great selection. We are your truck headquarters, and we want to be your one-stop shop. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, your truck headquarters. Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Recreation Department held a zombie run this past Saturday. Andrew, of course, had to check that out and brings us this story.
Zombie runs are a very popular activity throughout the United States nowadays, and it looks like here in Tullahoma, we're getting infected.
Check, 1, 2, check. Check.
So I'm talking with Kurt Glick. We're here at Fraser McEwen Park. Got a lot going on today. We're about to kick off the zombie run, right?
That's right, yeah, the zombie run. We've already got 100 people or so signed up, and it looks to be a great time. There's a lot of zombies. Some of them look pretty scary out there, but I think they'll all be okay for tonight.
I think so, and that'll give them our runners a little more motivation to keep going there too, right?
Someone like me would need that motivation.
I joked around. I said I'm a Walking Dead fan, so I think zombie run would be instead of
maybe I'd be a better zombie. Yes.
And we'll also we're going to kick it off with Geneva and Big Gun for the park concert series tonight.
That's right. Yeah, the Big Gun in Geneva will be playing. Big Gun is a AC/DC tribute band, and Geneva is just a real good rock band.
Right.
And they're the latest version of our Rock Creek concert series. And this is actually the first time that we're having a sponsor for the event.
Oh, great.
Bud Light is sponsoring, and they'll be serving beer down here tonight, selling at the Tullahoma Daycare Center.
That's right.
So for a great cause, the Daycare Center, and a great event.
That's great. And like I said, we're about ready to start the zombie runs here soon. Like you said, I see a bunch of zombies milling around, so they're ready to go. And we got perfect weather, so couldn't ask for more, right, Kirk?
Okay, that's right.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Do they have wristbands or voice bands?
Yes. You need that? I didn't give you one.
Mr. Lane Curley is here with us, and looks like he's ready to run for his life from some zombies today. Is that right?
Well, that's right. This is our first zombie run, to the best of my knowledge. I've lived here for a long time, and I've never heard that we've had a zombie run. But this is just the kind of thing we want to do. There's a get fit element to this, but there's also just a fun community event, going on. I mean, Halloween's right around the corner. Zombies are going to be out everywhere. So we got a concert afterwards, which I'm sure will be well attended and a lot of fun. We had Bark in the Park earlier this morning. Fine Arts Center is having a reception this afternoon. So it seems like there's always something going on in Tullahoma.
It's a wonderful fall afternoon to be in Tullahoma, and I think we're going to have a big turnout today and a lot of fun. And like you said, and it's good for us all. Get fit.
Absolutely. That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Sure.
Well, by the way, I don't want to die. Anybody got a shotgun or something?
I do. Side of the high school, entering in through the greenway. Then you'll actually make the first right where that bridge is to go into the band practice field. One, begin.
Oh, they got me.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Here at Stan McNabb Collision Center, we work with all major insurance companies, and we get the job done right the first time, on time.
Well, I grew up in Tullahoma. We'd always done business with Stan McNabb, so when we needed collision service after a run-in with a deer, we knew to call those guys. We already had trust with them. We called Cody. He took great care of us. He kept us posted every step of the way, and we couldn't have been more pleased.
Getting your vehicle back to pre-loss condition shouldn't be a headache. So in the event of an accident, contact me, Cody Hall, at Stan McNabb Collision Center.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Get Fit for Life Tullahoma. Join the Hardin Regional Medical Center and Get Fit Tullahoma Health Fair and Fitness Expo, Saturday, October 31st at Northgate Mall from 9 until noon. Talk to health professionals, free health screenings, and see different types of fitness activities available in our community. This is a fun-filled morning with demonstrations and free information for all ages. Start now and learn to make a change that lasts a lifetime. Visit the Hardin Get Fit Tullahoma Health Fair and Fitness Expo, Saturday, October 31st from 9 until noon at Northgate Mall.
Welcome back. Tullahoma's Grace Baptist Church is getting ready to launch their Upward basketball program for this season. Jim spoke with Wanda Elzer from the church about the program.
Wanda Elzer, okay, and Wanda's with Grace Baptist Church, and she's here to talk to us today about a basketball program that you've got that's going to be starting pretty soon and has been in existence for a few years.
Yes, we've been going, this will be our 8th year, and Upward was started by Kaz McCaslin many years ago, and now it's worldwide. It's a really terrific program. We want to build the kids up spiritually, mentally, socially, and athletically, teaching them the game of basketball.
Okay. And does the program have a name?
Upward.
Upward, okay.
Upward basketball.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right.
And it's a wonderful program. We like to be sure the kids build up their self-esteem and confidence and treat each kid as if they're a winner. And they get equal playing time, and we make it a lot of fun for them. They just practice 1 day a week and play games on Saturday.
Okay. You mentioned something that I think is pretty neat for your program, and that's that everybody gets to play. It doesn't matter how good you are at that point. Everybody gets to play. Yeah.
Yes. We have an evaluation that will be coming up November the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. And it's very important when you sign up that you come to the evaluations, because we put this information into the computer and it matches the kids up as best as we can. Nothing's perfect, but it does a good job of putting them equal on the teams, and they each get equal playing time. And they do have a great time playing, and I enjoy it as much as the kids do. I love to watch them improve from the first game to the 8th game, and they play 8 games. It goes January 9th is when the first game starts, and then our awards night is going to be March the 5th. And we have a big celebration there at the end. We don't keep standings because that's not important. Every kid's a winner, every team's a winner. And we would encourage all kids, kindergarten through 6th grade, to come and play. And this helps prepare the kids too if they want to play middle school or high school ball. And it's just a really, I wasn't, when it first came out, I wasn't so sure about the concept of it, but it has been such a blessing and such a wonderful program that I love it. I love it, and the kids seem to too.
Would seem to me that the program, as I've seen it in action a couple of times, that this is just a great way to bring families together, because when you put those children out there, you're going to have mom and daddy and grandma and grandpa and all those folks that are there. Yeah, everybody coming in to see that.
And our coaches are just volunteers. We have a training program that we have for them, and our coaches are volunteers. And we also have a training program for them, because the rules are just a little bit different in Upward to regular basketball. We start them out, they play man-to-man and no zone until they get into the 5th grade.
I see.
And they have to stay with their man, and we have color-coded bands that we match the kids up equally, so one is not guarding another who is just running amok. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so they're equally matched, and they have little colored bands so they can keep up with their man, because in kindergarten and 1st grade sometimes it's hard for them to remember which is their man, but they can look at that color code, a little band on their shoulder, that they know to stay with that person.
Yeah, unbelievable. That's a great idea, and a good way to learn that, I would imagine.
It is.
Do
It's
you feel
working
like
real
that
well.
because you're in an environment where it doesn't necessarily matter if you win or lose, that you get to participate? I'd have to think that's really good for those kids.
It is awesome, and it is so refreshing to have a kid come up and they'll ask after the game, "Did we win?" You know, and I'll tell them a lot of times, says, "Did you have fun?" And they'll usually respond, "Yeah." I said, "That's all that matters. You both won." And so we don't stress winning and losing. It's just out there having fun and enjoying yourself.
And if I recall correctly, there's a spiritual aspect that's entered into this at some point during each event.
Absolutely. We teach them the game of basketball, but during their practices, they have one practice a week. We have a devotion time where we teach them about the Lord, and then they go right back to that's about halfway through their practice, and then they go back to practicing. And then on game days, we have a devotion time at halftime also to hopefully reach some parents as well. And we've had a lot of success at that. We also offer cheerleading for the girls. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to call me or text me. Mine is Wanda Elser, 1966 @gmail.com. Or you can call me at 931-581-1966.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. The Shelbyville Golden Eagles suffered their third loss of the season last Friday night, 49-35 at the hands of Stewart's Creek. Jim spoke with head coach Jason Hardy about the game.
Coach, last night started out pretty well for you guys, and then things changed for the worse as the night went on.
Yeah, we had senior night, a lot of festivities. Finally had homecoming. We've delayed it for a couple of weeks for the weather, but so had a lot of pregame things going out and really messed the routine up. But we came out and played really well to start the game off. Get up early and have things rolling. And it was just kind of one of those nights where you start getting an injury here and an injury there. You know, one thing goes bad, leads to another, and you know, overall for the end of the night, just didn't finish the game real well. So it was a big game and a lot of at stake for playoffs. But you know, we're not out. We still got a couple of games left to go. Hopefully we'll correct some mistakes. So I thought we played well enough to win at times, but just overall in the second half, just didn't get it done.
Did Stewart's Creek do some things that maybe you didn't expect coming into the game?
Yeah, well, probably the biggest thing, they were a running football team, and in the second half they run it and did what we expected them to do. We did a good job of stopping them in the first half. Probably some of the biggest differences in the game are we're up and they're a running football team. Well, they really hurt us in the first half throwing the football. I think their quarterback, who's not known as a passer, was 7 for 8 on the night for 230 yards, which is a huge game, and credit to that kid. But, you know, that's something we weren't expecting, something we'd have said if we make them throw it, that's a plus for us. But they did throw it early on, and when we had a chance to maybe put the game away early in the first half, they made some big throws to keep themselves in it and go in at halftime with a one-score deficit, because I really felt like at halftime it could have very easily been 28-7, and instead it was 28-21, and they got the ball coming out. So yeah, credit to them, they did a good job throwing the football, which we hadn't seen on the film, them doing a whole lot, and they made some plays, and that's what you got to do when you want to win a big region football game.
You got some injuries too last night in some areas where you really just couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before the last couple of weeks. On our offense and defensive line, we're just really struggling, and that was my major concern. If I had to list one concern coming into the season, it was the offense and defensive line depth. And Trey Kelso, who's a senior, who's a 3-year starter and a great kid, he's trying to go. He's got an ankle injury, and really he goes out when we're up 14-0, and you can kind of see as the night goes along, it does hurt us. And you know, we had 2 or 3 others. Zach Burns had to leave the game. Miles Wilson had to leave the game. I mean, we had kids step up and play hard, but when you're losing starters on the offense and defensive line, and the other team's still playing their starters, you're at a disadvantage, and that's kind of the way we were all night long. Look at the tale of 2 halves last night. You know, we scored 28 points in the first half, and then, you know, give up over 28 in the second half. So
the Tullahoma Wildcats had the lead over Lawrence County with 1.5 minutes to go Friday night at Wilkins Stadium, but were unable to hold on as they lost a thriller 36-27. John Gray spoke with Coach Olive about his team's efforts.
Coach, your team competed last night.
We did, and it was nice to be back home. You know, we'd been on the road for a while and then had an open week. And our young men, we played hard last night. We just could not pull off a victory. I mean, you know, they're about as close as you can get without, I guess if they'd scored on the last play of the game.
Right.
Well, I guess they did, technically, since we fumbled the ball all the way back there. But you know what I'm saying, that if, but anyway, our young guys, there was no quit. We responded every time. they'd take the lead, and there was no quitting them either. They had already won a couple of games this year, but we were two very similar type teams. In that we both struggle on the speed side of the issues, as we had watched them against Page, was one of the videos we had when we were preparing for Page, and Page throws a little screen pass to that tailback of theirs, and Lawrence County looked exactly like us trying to tackle somebody in the open field, from behind. You're just chasing.
You're chasing.
And, so Coach Marston and his crew, though, they made enough plays to win the ball game, because every time we went in front, they responded. It turned out to be an exciting football game with a lot of scoring in the last 3.5 minutes of the ball game.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Mickey Sharan, who will remind everyone that the East West Middle School's 5K is coming up this Saturday, and Tullahoma Community Coordinator will stop by and tell us about several events coming up in the Tullahoma area. All that and more on this week's Living.
We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1941 at 88 degrees. The record low was in 1972 at 27 degrees. Average high on this day is 71 and the average low is 44. Tonight, look for mostly clear weather with a low of around 43. Mostly sunny weather in your forecast for Wednesday with a high of 76 and a low of 46. And that mostly sunny weather forecast continues into Thursday with a high of 78 and a low of 50. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.